This video is going to show you the difference between the Samsung 3-door version and the 4-door version. Both version has the food storage door on it. So, and also to warn, this is both refrigerators are from Sears Scratch and Dent, so there's going to be some imperfections on the outside of the refrigerator, which pretty much is saved half the price. So I really don't care about the little scratches and things, because normally we'll have the refrigerator covered with magnets and school papers and things like that. So it's no real big deal in our household, but it may be a big deal in yours. So what we're going to do today is just to show you the difference in between the 3 doors and the 4 doors. Right off the bat, it's obvious where one of them got 3 doors. I personally like the 3-door look a little better, but the 4-door I like the function a little bit better. So what we're going to do now, we're going to first discuss the bottom freezer part of it. On this particular refrigerator, I'm not going to open up it on this video. When I show you the 4-door one, I'll open up and show you. The bottom is identical, the same. The problem with this refrigerator right here is it was damaged when the movers or the delivery people brought it. They broke it, so it probably wouldn't be fair for Sears, Scratch and Dent, or even Samsung and me to try to show you open up the door, because there's a little struggle with it, and that's not how the doors are. It was actually broken by a third party, so it's no fault on the manufacturer or the store. So we'll show you that later on in the video. So right now I'm gonna get a little closer. The camera's gonna be a little shaky. We're going to show you what's are the same about the refrigerator. Then I'll show you the difference. So we're gonna get a little closer, and of course it is my water and ice, and you can look on other videos to see how that is. So both of them are the French doors that give you a bunch of room. You can see that. And both refrigerator has twin cooling. Both refrigerator has a shelf that can raise, so you can put taller things in it, and a shelf that can go back, so you can also put a taller thing in it, or you can take that out. Show you how it slides back. Okay. So, what about the camera? Let me pick this up. Put this back in there. Another thing, they both have the food storage, and the ice maker is actually in the refrigerator, and it comes through this chute when you hit the ice button on the outside. So, and they both also have the water filter right in the middle, and then you have these humidity doors that you can adjust and put in whatever that you want. And with the doors, another thing the same, they both got the little trigger right here for this food storage door, and I'll open that up for you. See, the food storage door is also a metal cooling, and so you can put different things in this door without having to open up the main door to get to it. And these shelves on both refrigerators comes out, so you can access the back part of it a little better. And that's about it. That's when we talk about the same. Now let's talk about what's different about it. This version right here, let me back up so you can see it again. The 3-door version is actually, to specs, a little bit larger than the 4-door, and I'll show you why. So with the 3-door version, back here, when you open up the food storage door, they have this little bitty, I don't know if you can see it, this funky shelf right here that you can put I don't know, little Go yogurts, or I use to put BioAgile little shots in there, or you can put 5-energy shots in there, or figure out something. We really don't have any use for it in our family, so we will lose this when you go to the 3-door version, because the third door is right here. So this double door right here is going to be actually a little shorter than there, because the fourth door is right there. So here's the problem, or the big difference with the 2-door, and I'll show you later in the video. Now, besides that little drawer, this side you don't really lose anything because you have nothing really here anyway. They both have a pantry. With this, the little cool pantry is actually inside the refrigerator, which you can put different things in here, and it have different settings. I don't know if you can see that, deli or fresh or chilled. You can have 3 different settings on here, and it's got this funky little divider that you can divide it, put in here. But the problem with this, you can only divide it in sections where it could be like a 30-40, I mean 30-80, I mean 30-70, I'm sorry with the numbers, but it's not, you only can divide it in halves, and one section to the other section. And with the 4-door, you'll see that you can actually put it in 4 different sections. But this, you only can have 2 sections, and you can break up the different sections as far as how you want it. But it's limited to, I don't know if you can even see this, these little ridges right here is where you will put the little, you will put this little plastic thing to divide it up into little sections. But I think this could have been a little bit better, especially for as much as this refrigerator costs. So put that back in there. And another thing that I don't like about that pantry right there is, in order to get to it, you have to open up both of these doors. So that means you're letting all the your coolant out, because just to get to that drawer, you have to open up both of these doors. Unlike the pantry door, you can actually open up just one side of it if you wanted to get to this one side. But with this door right here, you have to open up both doors to get to it. So you will only, if you can live without this little section, then the 4-door may be better for you. I don't know, you have to choose that on your own. Did we stop? Okay. And pretty much that's it. There are other videos out there that shows you more in depth about the refrigerator. This video is just to show you the difference between the 3-door Samson refrigerator and the 4-door. And earlier I mentioned that both of them have twin cooling, and the twin cooling is the refrigerator section and the freezer section on most refrigerator has one motor, and it had a little blend door type of thing that will switch back and forth that will use it. But with the twin cooling, each section got its own motor. So the refrigerator got its own motor, and also the freezer got its own motor. So in a few seconds, I will show you the 3-door. The 4-door. I almost forgot. Another difference in between the two fridge is the 4-door version comes in a stainless steel type of black, where the 3-door comes in a standard traditional black, where you can actually match it with your appliance, whereas if it's your stove or your microwave or your dishwasher, with the stainless steel is a little off color, so if you're the type of person who would want all your appliances to match, then you may not want the 4-door version, because not unless you plan on buying all new appliances. That stainless steel kind of stands out on its own. It's a pretty refrigerator, but it don't match just the normal appliance, so that could be a deal breaker for you. Okay, so now let's get to the 4-door version. This is the Samsung 4-door version of the food storage French door refrigerator. These are very big refrigerator, and it barely, you have to take the handle off just to get them through the door. So let's go. We didn't show you the freezer on the first refrigerator because we said it was broke. So on this, let's get close up and let me show you the freezer. When these refrigerators first came out, when it was just the one door and the freezer on the bottom, I really didn't care for it too much. But with these big doors, I really starting to like them now. They grew on me. So this handle, you pull it and it actually lifts up to unlatch it, and it just slides out real easy. Now you see it's going to be a two-tier type of system. This drawer comes out partially when you open the door and you have to pull out the rest of the way. You can see you can stack a lot of food in this freezer. It's more like having a deep freezer built onto your refrigerator, and you can put all kind of meat and even more things there. This pretty much almost emptied out my deep freezer, and I still have some more room to put some things in it. And it also comes with this funky little shelf right here where you could put maybe some popsicles or some toaster strudels or whatever you can fit in there. Stuff is very nice, and it shuts nice and easy. You can pull it, and when you even get close, it kind of pulls itself shut like a door of like a Mercedes-Benz, how it kind of self-closing. So we'll go back so you can see the full view of it again. Now, earlier in the video, I was telling you about some differences. So now I'm going to show you. We're going to look on the inside, and the inside is pretty much the same as far as the shelf, but you notice that this is got twin metal cooling, which you'll see in the back, which is twin metal cooling. So that whole section is metal instead of plastic like in the 3-door version. And I don't know if it's for aesthetics or is it really supposed to help it keep cooler. I do know in the consumer guide of when they was looking at these two refrigerators, they did rate this a little bit higher as far as keeping the cool, and that's maybe because the 3 doors a little shorter now. So when I told you earlier about the 3 doors and how these doors are a little shorter, you can see. So now I'm gonna open up the food storage door and show you that little part that was gone. If you noticed earlier in the video, it had another little section down here that's gone. So now we just got the 3 shelves here that pulls out. I'm sorry. Well, one of them pull out. It pulls out. And it's metal cooling too. And the color of this is a stainless steel. It's kind of like a stainless steel black. They didn't have black, so you see it don't really match the microwave like the previous one with the 3 doors, but it's still got a nice look. Now these refrigerators, like I said earlier, is from Scratch and Dent, so they have some imperfection, and if you shop at Sears, Scratch and Dent, you can this is what you can kind of expect. It's minor little dents that you may see on the door right there, and then it's big little dent right here on the side. But like I said earlier, you normally will have most of that covered up, and paying half the price of the sticker price to me is worth it. To you, it may not be worth it. So now let's get to the big difference of the two, and that is the 3rd drawer, the 4th door. And in previous and earlier in the video, when we open up this door French door, you remember we had a little pantry right here. Well, the pantry is now right here. So I'm gonna close these and open up this drawer. Now, this drawer too, they utilizing a lot of metal on this refrigerator. So the metal's supposed to help keep things cooler. But you notice here, we can set to 4 different. You can see it good. We can set it to 4 different sections. And previously you only had the plastic thing in a half and stuff. So that's why I kind of like this. And then you also have, excuse me, you also have on the controls, you got 4 different settings that you can set it to. And this is big enough to put anything in that you want. It's got some good depth to it, so you can put something that's kind of tall but not too tall, but it's real nice. And the benefit is you can put your lunch meats or you can put your yogurts or whatever in here, and you can get to it without having to open up the main door, so you keep everything else cool. And the doors, you see it as kind of, I like that where it kind of snaps itself shut. And it also has an alarm on it when you when you have the refrigerator open too much. And here's the controls of the temperature that you can control the refrigerator. So this is pretty much, like I said, it's very convenient, and that will be the difference between the 3-door and the 4-door. This 4-door look is starting to weigh on me. I'm starting to like it. And I definitely love the function with that middle door right there, that drawer where you can you don't have to utilize the main 2 French doors in order to get some products out. And the freezers on both of these are very deep and holds a lot of product in it. So that's it. So thank you for watching.